Hello friends, this video on Force and Laws of Motion Part 10 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Let's look at the next problem. It says a hammer of mass 500 grams moving at 50 meter per second strikes a nail. The nail stops the hammer in a very short time of 0.01 seconds. What is the force of the nail on the hammer? So mass of the hammer is given as 500 grams, which is 0.5 kgs. So this hammer was moving with a velocity of 50 meter per second. Right? Now the nail stops the hammer in a very short time of 0.01 seconds. That means within a time period of 0.1 seconds, the hammer is stopped. Correct? That means the final velocity is equal to 0. So this 50 meter per second is nothing but the initial velocity, which is denoted by u. So from this, we have to calculate the force of the nail on the hammer. From Newton's second law, we know that in order to calculate force, we need mass of the object and also the acceleration with which the object is moving. So in order to find out acceleration, we have to make use of the equation of motion. So let us use the first equation. The first equation says v is equal to u plus at. So from this we can say acceleration is equal to v minus u by t, that is equal to 0 minus 50 divided by 0.01. This comes out to be minus 5000 meter per second square. So this shows that this is retardation, that is negative acceleration. The velocity of the body is gradually decreasing. So now let us calculate the force, which will be mass into acceleration, that is 0.5 into 5000. So this comes out to be minus 2500 newtons. So this is the force exerted on the hammer. The negative sign shows that the direction of force is opposite to the direction of motion of the hammer. Here comes problem 14. It says a motor car of mass 1200 kg is moving along a straight line with a uniform velocity of 90 km per hour. Its velocity is slowed down to 18 km per hour in 4 seconds by an unbalanced external force. Okay, so that means this motor car of mass 1200 kgs had initial velocity 90 km per hour. Let us convert it into meter per second so that this will be easier for us during the calculations. So it will be 90 into 1000 divided by 60 into 60. So this comes out to be 25 meters per second. The final velocity, now as the question says, the velocity slows down to 18 kilometers per hour. So 18 kilometers per hour is the final velocity, which again comes out to be 18 into 1000 divided by 60 into 60, which comes out to be 5 meters per second. Right? Now in how much time the velocity changes from u to v? In a time period of 4 seconds. So we have to calculate the acceleration. We also have to calculate the change in momentum. Change in momentum means final momentum minus initial momentum. We also need to calculate the magnitude of the force. In order to calculate acceleration, we will directly make use of the equation of motion, that is the first equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at. So from this we see acceleration is equal to v minus u divided by t, that is equal to 5 minus 25 divided by 4, that is equal to minus 5 meter per second square. So this would be the acceleration. In the second part, it is asking to calculate the change in momentum, that is final momentum minus initial momentum. So this will be equal to mass into velocity minus mass into initial velocity, which is equal to m into v minus u, that is equal to minus 1200 into 20, which is equal to minus 24000 kg meter per second. So this would be the change in momentum. And then we have to calculate the magnitude of force. So force is nothing but mass into acceleration. which is 1200 into acceleration, that is 5 meter per second square, which comes out to be minus 6000 newtons. So it only asks us to calculate here the negative sign again shows the same thing, that the force is in a direction opposite to the direction of the motor car's motion. Let us look at problem 15. It says, from a rifle of mass 4 kgs, a bullet of mass 50 grams is fired with an initial velocity of 35 meters per second. Calculate the initial recoil velocity of the rifle. I was talking about this bullet and rifle example while talking about conservation of momentum, right? So what happens in this case? Initially, let us suppose this is your rifle and this is the bullet. So initially both the rifle and the bullet both are at rest. But in this problem it says that it is moving with an initial velocity of 35 meters per second. That means as soon as you pull the trigger, the velocity with which the bullet moves is 35 meters per second, right? So initially what happens? Mass of the rifle is 4 kgs, mass of the bullet is 50 grams. Velocity of the rifle is equal to 0. Velocity of the bullet is also equal to 0. Everything is at rest. Later what happens? Mass still remains the same, right? So let me convert this grams into kgs, 0.05 kg. So here also this will be 0.05 kg. But now what will be the velocity of the rifle and the bullet? Now the velocity of the rifle is something which we have to calculate. And what is the velocity of the bullet? It is given as 35 meters per second. So let us calculate the initial total momentum. So initial momentum would be m1u1 plus m2u2, which will come out to be 0. What would be the final momentum? That will be equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. That will be equal to 4 into v1 plus 0.05 into 35. Right? Now, according to conservation of momentum, as per conservation of momentum, total initial momentum should be equal to total final momentum. Therefore, we can say 0 is equal to 4v1 plus 0.05 into 35. So from this we can say V1 is equal to minus 0.4375 meters per second. So here if you notice, this is the velocity of the rifle and the negative sign shows that the rifle moves in opposite direction. The bullet will move in this direction, whereas the rifle moves in this direction. Now let us look at the last problem of the lesson, that is problem number 16. It says two objects of masses 100 grams and 200 grams are moving along the same line and direction with velocities of 2 meters per second and 1 meter per second respectively. They collide, and after collision, the first object moves with a velocity of 1.67 meters per second. Determine the velocity of the second object. So in this case, what happens before collision? Let us first look at the before scenario. Before, mass of the first object is 100 grams, that is 0.1 kg. Mass of the second object is 200 grams, that is 0.2 kg. Velocity with which the first object is moving is 2 meters per second. Velocity with which the second object is moving is 1 meter per second. So what is the total momentum before collision? It would be m1 v1 plus m2 v2. That is equal to 0.1 into 2 plus 0.2 into 1. So this is equal to 0.4 kg meter per second. So this is the total momentum before collision. Now let us look at what happens after collision. Now it says they collide, and after collision The first object moves at a velocity of 1.67 meter per second. Now masses will remain the same. There is no change in mass. M1 is 0.1 kg, M2 is 0.2 kg. V1 is given as V1 dash, we can say, is given as 1.67 meter per second. V2 dash is something which we have to calculate. So the total momentum after collision would be M1 V1 dash plus M2 V2 dash. So therefore this we can write it as 0.1 into 1.67 plus 0.2 into V2 dash. Now from conservation of momentum, we know that the total momentum before collision should be equal to the total momentum after collision. So we can say 0.4 should be equal to 0.1 into 1.67 plus 0.2 V2 dash, right? So from this we can calculate V2 dash is equal to 0.4 minus 0.167 divided by 0.2. So this comes out to be 1.165 meter per second. So this would be the velocity of the second object, right? So I hope that solving all these problems would have made you understand how we apply the theoretical concepts which we studied in this chapter so far. So see you all in the next lesson.
Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.